Good morning, all. My name's Dave, and we're going to see how this whole thing comes out with this particular video. But I'm doing these for a survival slash prepper group on Facebook. So this one, however, is pretty simple. This is about what you put in your bob. And the title, prepping for you, should give you a pretty good idea that we're going to go a little outside the bounds of normalcy today. You'll go through a lot of stuff about what you should put in your bob, but people forget, or they just don't think about, or whatever, the things that they do every day. Like, for example, I have a small thing of coffee in my other bob, and a little percolator and whatnot, some cream, some sugar. In this particular bob, I have food and water, I have first aid kit, but since I'm a smoker, I also have, that's 5, and that is 6 packs of cigarettes, plus lighters and matches. Now, 6 packs of cigarettes will get me through the recommended government daily, the government recommended 3-day time period, and a little more. I smoke about a pack and a half a day. I'm smart enough to not want to have to go through withdrawals in the most critical period of any emergency, which is the first 72 hours. Which brings us to our next thing. It's a 5th of Silver Patron. This one's actually more for my wife than myself, because I don't touch tequila, but she happens to like this stuff. She drinks once a week, so her going through detox or whatever isn't, extremely likely, but it's good to have the booze there for somebody who didn't come prepared. Having extra smokes as well. A lot of people, as I said, they either forget or they just aren't trained to look up and think about what they really need in their bob to get through, comfortably get through a couple of days. When I say comfortably get through, that 5th of Patron, for somebody who is a daily drinker, might actually just mean the difference between their life and their death. Alcohol withdrawal can kill you. Cigarette withdrawal messes you up bad. You make bad decisions, you're jumpy, you're irritable, you feel like you got the flu. It takes a lot out of you. And the first 72 hours of an emergency is not when you want to be going through that. Back to alcohol for a little bit, and or other drugs, anything, weed, whatever you use, to get you through the day. I'm not going to bust your balls about being a hardcore drinker. I was. Now I don't drink much at all. But, there's a big but. If you drink several times a week, to the point of drunkenness, or just several times a week to where you're, it is in your best interest to buy some alcohol and stick it in your go bag, or your bug out bag, depending on what you want to call it. And why? Because alcohol withdrawal is a bitch. It really is. You can have hallucinations, you can have the shakes, you can get delirium tremens, and it can kill you. If you're a huge drinker, you better have something in there to get you through the first 3 days, or you're just going to be a puddle on the ground, and you're not going to help anyone, much less yourself and your family. Best bug out bag in the world doesn't help if you can't use it. You read the packaging suggestions that you get from a lot of things, and especially from the government, and it doesn't include any of this stuff. But of course it doesn't, because nobody wants to go out there and say, hey, if you drink a lot, you better bring some goddamn booze with you. If you're a smoker, you better bring some cigarettes. And then we have the people who think that You know, okay, the shit has hit the fan, I'm gonna deal with my bad habits today. And that's just crazy. That is just crazy talk, man. You need what you need to get through the first couple of days. You know, the first 72 hours is a critical time frame. If you're not fully up and running during that period, your chances of survival go down drastically. So I think we've covered this. That being said, again, I'm Dave. I'm going to be doing a few Prepper Core concept videos. And this is one of them. You know, a Prepper Core concept is to prep for yourself, not just the generic bug-out bag that you'll see suggestions for everywhere. Hopefully this helps, because if you're a smoker, if you're a drinker, if you're a regular, you know, pot smoker, you use whatever you use, your life is going to be a living hell when an emergency hits after a day or two. You're going to be of no use to anyone, I mean no use to yourself, and you know, you don't want to be there. You just don't want to be there. We are survive in place preppers, so upstairs I actually have a couple of bags of tobacco and a bunch of rolling tubes just in case it ever comes to that. So I can get through about a month with cigarettes. We can probably get through about a year with booze. You know, because she only drinks one night a week, and it's a drink or two. But, you know, having some alcohol to help calm her down, shit, help calm me down depending on the circumstances, it never hurts to have it on hand. Okay, I'm going to just cut it here. But yeah, prep for yourself, prep for your reality. If you're a daily coffee drinker, prep coffee, cream, sugar, whatever. But you don't want to go through coffee withdrawal either the first 3 days. That makes you sick as hell. That all said, I'm Dave. These are the two dogs, Fabio and Con, and I'm done with this one. So thank you for your time.